as a shadow, as a liner. Get the words out, Leslie. Hey guys, welcome back. So got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I have still been enjoying neutral makeup for sure, but for eye looks, more matte eyeshadow looks, like this sort of a look right here, and with a smudgy shadow liner. So I've been using less pencil and liquid liner and just more kind of like this, just shadow smudged into my lash line, and I really like it, but more on the matte side overall. I have a little bit of shimmer on the inner corners of my eyes, but yeah, I just really have been loving this sort of an eyeshadow look. This lip color, y'all, oh my goodness, it's so good. I cannot wait to share it with you. It's a newer product and I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, good favorites to talk about, so let's get to it. Okay, so first thing for eyes, I have been using the Physicians Formula Matte Minoy Butter Bronzer in Matte Minoy Butter Bronzer. Not the sun-kissed one, just that one. Just this one is what I've been using on my cheeks, but also on my eyes. So I have this in the crease of my eyes, and it's really pretty. It's a very, on me, just a soft, kind of a transition shade. It works well on the eyes. I do have to build it up a little bit, but I do that a lot. I really like using my bronzer as a shadow. I think it works really well. And it kind of like ties in the makeup look too. I'll do that with blush sometimes too. I'll use my blush in my eye look, and that's really pretty. So this is a nice, kind of warmer toned bronzer, more on the matte side, but very pretty. I really have liked this bronzer. Main thing to note about it is it's definitely scented, kind of a floral sort of a scent. Really was not a fan of it at first, but I'm totally fine with it now. It's totally grown on me, and yeah, I'm totally fine with it, which is the way I was with the original butter bronzer. Kind of grew on me, and then I was fine with the scent. Same with this. So the main thing I've been using on my eyes is the Rimmel Magnifies Spice Edition. This is so affordable, and I love this palette. Love it so much. So I have mainly been using, what have I been using? Mostly, I'm trying to look and think. I kind of use some different things, but mainly this one in my crease along with the bronzer. And then I have a little bit of this as my liner and a little bit of this. So kind of went back and forth in those two shadows. And then I also used this one as well. Not today, but it was a favorite for sure. So there they are right there. Look how pretty those are. I mean, pigmented, they blend well, they wear well. I mean, wow. Wow. Wow, wow. So pretty. And that kind of rich, spicy sort of a color story. Oh my gosh, these are so good. They are slightly soft, but I mean, just tap off your brush and you're good to go. But it's amazing. I mean, even though it's soft, I would get kind of a little bit of product right there, but then I could blend it with my finger and it just blends so well. It's not like it just poofs away. I just think that shows what a good formula it is. Just tap off your brush. You just don't need a ton of product, but wowza, look how intensely pigmented those shadows are. They are beautiful. And any of these would be pretty as a smudgy liner. I mean, I could have even gone softer and just used only the bronzer in my crease and then just maybe a little bit of this along my lash line as my liner. So pretty. And then, you know, mascara, good old Superhero from IT Cosmetics. That's what I have on my eyes today, and it is such a good mascara. I just love it. So yeah, if I want Vavoom lashes, which is pretty much every day I go with my Superhero mascara. So that's what I've got going on today. And I think also, I typically don't like to wear no liner. That was a terrible way of saying that, but I usually like to have some kind of liner on just to kind of lift my eyes. I always like to do a little bit of a thicker line or a wing at the edges just to kind of raise my eyes. So I always like to put something along my lash line is what I'm trying to say. But using a pencil, not a pencil, a powder as a shadow, as a liner, get the words out, Leslie. A shadow as a liner and then using my mascara, I think it makes your lashes look super long. is what I'm trying to say. I still want a little bit along my lash line to just sort of lift my eyes and then also make my lash line look kind of thick and smoky, but then your lashes still look long. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Y'all understand. For cheeks this week was definitely wearing the Matte Minoy bronzer for sure. So I have that on my cheeks today. Could have worn it by itself. It's really pretty by itself. Just, I think as it has a little bit of that warmth to it, it sort of just gives this sun-kissed sort of a look on the cheeks. Somebody is doing a project outside, like drilling something. So if you hear a weird noise in the background, somebody's doing a project. One of my neighbors. Okay, also for blush, this e.l.f. blush. I don't know what this is called. I'll list it and link it down below for you. But this is this shade Always Rosy. Oh man, I can't remember what, I was gonna take a guess, but I would be totally off if I guessed what this is called. But it's a beautiful blush. I have this on my cheeks today, and I just think this has the most beautiful look on the cheeks and such a nice formula. It is silky. Maybe silky's in the name. That sounds possibly right. I'll say possibly though, because I don't know for sure. This is a gorgeous neutral mauve pink. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. And you can see in the swatch how good that formula is. I mean, it is pigmented but not patchy or difficult to blend. It blends really well. You can just really buff it onto the cheeks. It's beautiful, and I love this color because it's that pretty kind of mauve rosy neutral shade. So totally could put this on your eyes as a shadow too and kind of tie that whole look in together, and it's super affordable. Highlighter that I have been loving, I got this in Ipsy. It was like an add-on thing. I think I got this and one other thing for like $5 or something like that. I love tiny makeup, so I love those little options to do the little add-ons. Little. I've said little a lot. This is the Kaleido Cosmetics Muse Skin Ultra Fine Pearl Illuminator, and this is in Goddess. So I have this on the inner corners of my eyes and on my cheekbones. I did not build it up a ton on my cheekbones. I just wanted kind of a soft sort of a highlighter. I think I built up this side a little bit more, but it is a beautiful golden highlighter. Yeah, it's like a yellow gold, but so pretty. And on the eyes, ooh, this is so good. So some days I didn't put this on the inner corners of my eyes, some days I did. So today I kind of put it on the inner corners and then just barely started to blend it onto my lid, but my eye look is mostly matte, but just with a little bit of glow there. See it there? Oh, it's so pretty. It's that golden, like a yellow golden highlighter, but still really works. I mean, I would kind of see this in a swatch and go, I don't know if that's going to work for me, but I think it totally does. Once you have your bronzer and blush on, it's so pretty. Good formula to it too. How would I describe this? It's not that super thick sort of highlighter formula. Slightly thick, but not that super rich metallic that can look, that can accentuate texture a little bit. I think if you built this up a lot, it could, but I think it would take quite a bit. Good formula. You ready for this lip color? Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so excited about this. This is from Maybelline, the Ultimattes. And this is in the shade More Buff. I randomly saw this on Target's website. I don't know how I missed these, but I'm so excited that I happened to spot them because I'm obsessed. And I'm gonna make a big statement, but I felt confident in saying this. I would say this is now in my top 3 favorite lip products in general, if not possibly my new favorite lip product. I know that's a big statement, but I love this. I love everything about this. I love the packaging. I love that you can see the color. I think that's pretty, how it's sort of ombres, beautiful packaging. It's very drugstore looking and I love it. And then you open it up and it is a kind of a skinny sort of a lip product. Like, it's not a pencil, but you can see there's just like a tall lip product. And So I love the, presentation of it and how they did that. And it is an amazing matte formula. So good. I think you have to like matte lipsticks to enjoy this, but this is an amazing matte formula. So good. It is more on the matte side than their creamy mattes. Not by a ton, but just a little bit more matte, but comfortable on the lips. I mean, it's not overly hydrating, but it definitely doesn't feel dry. It feels like a, I don't know how I would describe this. I don't know. It kind of feels like the creamy mattes, but just slightly less thick, maybe a little bit thinner of a formula, but still, I want to say silky, but I don't know if that's a good word to describe it. Just good. So good. And you can even see as I'm drawing that line right there, you don't need a lip liner with it because of the shape of it and because of the formula. I mean, I have found I don't need a lip liner. It applies so nicely and evenly and precisely. Oh my goodness, I love it. And then because it's not a stinking liquid lipstick, it doesn't do the there, not there line. It more just kind of fades away a little bit more evenly. It does leave behind a stain on your lips just a little bit. So it's super low maintenance. The packaging is amazing. The presentation is amazing. I love the formula. I've gotten several colors and I've liked every single one of them. This is the one I've worn the most. But oh my gosh, these are awesome and they're really affordable. I think around $6 or $7, kind of depends on where you get them. But I'm so excited about these. I love Maybelline lip products. I feel like they just do lip products and concealers really well. And this is no different. It's so good. Okay guys, those are all my favorites. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you've been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.